How does the rabbi who is giving lectures for thousands of people almost on a daily basis, and you get so many compliments and you get a lot of attention all day, how do you stay in tune with your true self and you don't get caught up in the validation and the accolades and the praise to become dependent on the constant compliments and attention that people give you? You want me to hook you up with my therapist? You want to hear my life story now? I'll just say very briefly, this is a struggle that we all have, including myself. And it's a challenge that I think many of us have to work on, and I also have to work on. Yes, compliments feel good, validation feels geschmack. Accolades are always nicer to receive than criticism. And I do have the privilege or the schus, the challenge of getting some compliments. I also get criticism. So I guess I should be thankful for that. But it's daily work. Daily work for some people, it's probably easier than others, depending on their childhood and their self-image in general. But this is something I have to be aware of, you have to be aware of, we all have to be aware of. And you know what? We also can't sit and judge ourselves all day. In other words, if I give a fantastic speech and I get a lot of compliments, right? Am I supposed to now feel guilty that I feel good about the compliments? Is that going to help me? You just have to have you have to have perspective. You know, what happens if I don't get compliments? Do I go into a depression for a month? Let's say I gave a speech and it failed. It failed. It did not work. The crowd was sleeping. They weren't interested. And it has happened. So what happens now? Does it feel good? It doesn't feel good. But we have to have perspective and say, okay, is this life-threatening? Maybe psychologically it could be life-threatening, but it's such good awareness. If I feel that it's destroying me, I have to ask myself tough questions. And that is, what is this? Is your entire image based on the other person liking your speech? And what happens if they don't? So I don't think we should be critical of every time we feel good or we feel bad, but it's something to point us to a deeper truth. Yes, we all feel good, or many of us feel good when we get compliments. I can't say everybody. Some people probably doesn't matter much, but some people it means a lot. And criticism hurts us. And I'm one of those people. And then I have to look at it and ask myself, some real questions. Is it maybe too much? What can I learn from this? What is this telling me about myself? Maybe there's something to work on here. But don't be critical about the emotions because they're natural human emotions. You know what? Maybe you didn't have love and you do need attention. And this attention is filling a void. Have compassion for that. And the more you have compassion for it, the more you can get out of it. Because when you have compassion for it, you can actually open up and realize where it's coming from, instead of criticizing and saying, I'm such a sick, traumatized person, I need attention. And then you know what happens? You need more attention because you're more traumatized. Instead of that, you have compassion and say, yeah, this is who I am. I am in a weak place and I need attention. And then maybe I can ask myself, why do I need so much attention? I can open up the wound, I could look at it. And then I could say, and maybe there's an alternative. Maybe I could learn to really appreciate a deeper self. And even though the compliments will still feel good, but they won't be so vital and so essential. Most importantly, compliments and criticism are here to teach us what we can do better next time, where we can fix things, and what people need and what people appreciate. So in that sense, it's very valuable. Feedback is incredibly valuable. That's why I love getting feedback. Even the healthiest person in the world, you need feedback to know, maybe this was inappropriate, maybe this can be better. When the feedback becomes the essential ingredient in determining self-worth, then we have a challenge. And this is something I work on, and I think many of us have to work on. Thank you for asking. That was a good question.
theyeshiva.net